Welcome back, coin roll hunters. Thanks for joining me, Matthew, the great coin roll hunter, as we tear into another roll of quarters out of this $500 box. It has been super awesome. So thank you for joining me. If you're new to the show, just checking me out, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell because you're not going to want to miss another episode. So, before we get started, I've also got another coin roll party favor shout out. This one's going out to JJ Plays. Thanks for dropping by and leaving a comment on roll 46 of our searching half dollars. Just kind of became an unofficial party there where we talked about coins and just random stuff. So thank you for dropping by. If you check out his channel, he does a lot of video gaming. So if you're into that kind of thing, that's JJ Plays. So thank you, man, for supporting the channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first thing I like to do is check the enders on these rolls. This is a good sign, this eagle here, because that might mean we have some silver. So we're looking for some obsolete coinage, which will be, let's see here, anything 1931 and older. And that's going to include your standing Liberty quarters, your barber quarters, and if you're really lucky, a seated Liberty quarter. Now, these are designs. These are older designs that you really don't see in circulation. That's why they're called obsolete. They were replaced in 1932 by the George Washington quarter, which, hey, wouldn't you know it? This guy. Now, it's not this exact design. This guy got refreshed, this particular portrait, during the 50 state quarters program, which they started the 50 state quarters in 1999. So that ran for about 10 years. They released 5 state designs each year, and each design only ran for about 10 weeks. So pretty interesting stuff about the 50 state quarters. Now, why are we interested in that? Because of a couple of things. I'll leave a link below for the comprehensive list of all the details of what we're looking for. But what we're looking for is birds. We're looking for birds in the 50 state quarter program. Is there a bird in the design? Then that's a quarter I want. Also, the 50 state quarter program is notorious for having a bunch of coin errors to look for. And those coin errors are actually worth quite a bit of money if you find them. A contemporary quarter worth 25 cents face value could even increase into value up to like $30, depending on its physical condition and its grade. So they're definitely worth checking out. So those coins, here's just a quick list of the states we're looking for. We're looking for, all right, here we go. Are you ready? Wisconsin, Minnesota, Kansas, Delaware, Arizona, and Colorado. Those are the states with coin errors in them. And I've chosen those. There's a lot more and with a lot different types of errors and varieties. But each one of those represents a different type of coin error damage or variety. So I thought if we found those, that'd be a really cool example. Now I'm going to get out of the way here because we're looking for some silver. So looking at the edges of this roll, oh, something looks pretty interesting there. What we want to see is something gray or black. Now, the reason for that is the 1930. Oh my gosh, yes, the 1942 and older, 1943. Oh my gosh, my mind. Anyway, the silver quarters are 90% silver composition, but they're solid. Where modern day quarters, like here's a good example of a modern day quarter, has this copper band in the middle. They call that clad. So there's a 2 layers of nickel copper alloy sandwiched between a copper core. So we don't want one of those. That was 94 anyway. So give a good look. We've got this one here. This one looks really interesting. It's all beat up. Oh, it's just gross. 88. All right, do you see anything else that's gray or black? That's from the tarnishing of the silver. So it doesn't look like it. We struck out on silver again. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to... You know, I wish there was more silver in these rolls. But that's why you got to hunt it out, because it's hard to find. So 1979. So let's just cruise through this roll, shall we? All right. So now this looks like a territory state quarter. So not on our 50 state quarter program. I could be wrong. That might be part of the state parks. I'd have to look into that. I just haven't got that far yet. Focusing on the 50 state quarters. All right, so 94. All right, so now here's there's another one there. All right. I'm going to get out of the way here. Let's look at these coins. Oh my gosh. I'm in a goofy mood today. But, all right, so keep your eye out for any birds. And then I've got the list in front of me here of the state coin errors. So if we find one of those, we'll take a second to really point it out, because those are really exciting finds. Now, I'm going to move in a little bit here. Get the focus adjusted. Okay, we are cruising now. Virginia. Now, if you're just dropping in, you know, this is, you've probably seen these coins all the time in your change now. You kind of take them for granted, but there's so many neat details in these coins that it's really worth the time to set aside and study them. For example, here we go. We've got an Arkansas state quarter. Arkansas, sorry. And we've got a bird. We've got a bird on here, some sort of a duck or a waterfowl. Is that the state bird? Probably. We got some sort of a gem here, a diamond, some plants. You know, we're going to learn about all of these different things on here and why they're on this state quarter, so that the next time you get this this quarter in your change, you'll be familiar with it, and it'll just have a new meaning to it. And that's the important thing. That's the neat thing about coin collecting. Now here's a Louisiana. We've covered this one on Big Money. I'll leave a link. But because we studied up on it, we know that's a brown pelican and the Louisiana Purchase. And this trumpet here represents jazz. Just a lot of cool stuff on these quarters. Moving on. Here we go. All right. This is our first chance at a error coin. So here's the Arizona state quarter. What you want to look at is down here above the date. There was a die chip, and it broke away, and it filled in just above the date here, and the artist's designs underneath, or the artist's initials are actually underneath the saguaro, and it gave the impression of extra cactus leaves. And so that's definitely worth looking. I'll leave a link below for that one as well, but it doesn't look like we got one again today, so we'll just keep going. Okay. So another oldie got a goodie, 95. Now, if you see your birth year come across the screen on one of these quarters, shout it out in the comments below. That's always cool, because there's no better year than the year you were born, 96. That's what makes these so much fun. So we're about halfway through the roll and running out of time. Better kick it into second gear here. Okay, I'm going to give us a little more room. All right, here we go. So now this one, Wyoming, not on the list, but interesting nonetheless. Oh, we're losing our focus and we're losing our time. 88, okay, 78. Here we go. South Carolina, there's a Carolina wren. I'll leave a link below for that one in the video as well. So we're doing really good on our birding list. 84. Minnesota. Now, I've got a link below for the error coin on Minnesota. And this one's made in Denver, so we shouldn't really see that much. But we've got a bird here. That one's on the list too. So, awesome. Alaska. Here we go. Great Basin. That's in the state quarter program. They're still going through those right now. Oklahoma, we got another bird. So we're already up to 5 birds in the state quarters on our birding list. And Delaware, another chance for a error coin. I don't see any. We're looking for die cracks around the mouth. They're not there, but check the link below for that one. All right, so out of all of these, we've got 4 birds. So stay tuned for our episode of Big Money tomorrow, and I'll show you which one we're going to check out. This is Matthew the Great Coin Roll Hunter, wishing you happy hunting.